Hey friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. I'm V, and in today's video, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I'm going to be brainstorming and outlining a shiny new writing project. Okay, so here's the situation. If you watched my last video, which if you haven't, you should totally go check that out before you watch this one, you would know that before I left for my trip, I finished draft 2 and decided to send it to an alpha reader. I didn't end up sending it before my trip because I had last minute things come up that I had to solve and I couldn't do it before my trip. So I ended up sending it when I got back, which was yesterday. So now I have to wait 10 days for the alpha reader to give me her feedback, but I decided instead of just waiting those 10 days out and not doing anything, I really want to start a new writing project because I miss having something exciting and new. And I have a whole notes list in my notes of new writing ideas that I've just never gotten around to, because anytime I'm anywhere and an idea strikes, I don't want to forget it, so I just write it down, even if it's just a sentence, and I'm like, okay, next time I want to start a new novel, I can pursue one of these ideas and flesh it out, which is essentially what I'm going to do today. I really thought it out, and I feel like working on this new writing project is going to be so good for me because I've been working on Project Soulmates, which is the one I sent to the alpha reader, for quite some time. It was my NaNoWriMo novel, and I just finished a whole second draft, and I feel like it's really good to be able to take a break from it while also staying creative. And instead of just, taking a break and not writing, I think having a new project will allow me to take a break from Project Soulmates and distance myself while working on something different anytime Project Soulmates needs to simmer. For example, these 10 weeks that it's going to be with an alpha reader. So these 10 days. So during these 10 days, I'm going to be brainstorming and outlining this new project idea. And then when I get my alpha reader feedback for Project Soulmates, I'll see what my next step from there will be. Basically though, I'm going to be juggling both of these projects for a little bit, and I'm just so excited because I love Project Soulmates, but I also love the idea of something new, and so doing both will keep my writing heart happy. So in this video, I'm going to be turning my one sentence idea into a fully fleshed outline. What I'm going to do, and what I usually do, is I'll put on some vibey music or something like that, just really get into the headspace and the zone of brainstorming for this novel, and I'm just going to write down on a blank document every single idea for the story that comes to mind, whether it's a name or a setting, just anything that comes to mind, like little snippets of dialogue. Like for brainstorming a new novel, this is always my first step. It's to just get any and every idea that I have out onto paper, and usually throughout the process, more ideas come or ideas change. But for right now, I'm doing the base. I'm just getting out everything that I can. So I'm going to do that right now and see if I can come up with a substantial amount to start outlining. Guys, I'm literally so happy. Ideas just flowed for this story and this concept, and that's when you know you have a substantial story idea, because you have a lot to work with right off the bat. My first ever draft or story that I wrote, I loved the concept that I came up with, the one sentence concept, but I really did not have that many ideas to back it up or to support it or to add on to it, and I wrote it anyways because I was like, oh, cool concept, whatever, I'll make it work. I couldn't make it work, and it kind of suffered for it because I was trying desperately to add things onto it so that I could just hold on to that concept that I really liked so much. But at the end of the day, the plot fell completely flat. So I'm very excited for this new project because I have so many ideas for it already, and I'm already so excited to start working on it. And it's kind of a completely different vibe from Project Soulmates. It has really big differences, which is really exciting because, like I said, I can dip my toes into different waters, and it's just really exciting. So this new project is tentatively called Into the Limelight, and so I'm going to be calling it Project ITL. So I have Project Soulmates, which is one with my alpha reader with Anne and Ian, and then now I have Project ITL, which is the new one that I'm working on. I'm just so excited. Okay, so I have my main character's name. It's going to be Ray, which I love. It's spelled R-A-E. Ugh, I just love that name so much. I don't have a last name yet. I also don't have the love interest name at all. So the next thing I'm gonna do is figure out their names, because names are really, really, really important to me. It like has to suit the character I have in mind 1010%. And then I'm going to design their characters, and then I'm gonna make a Pinterest board for my novel, and then I'm gonna go to bed because it is 1 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. I just have to get the most use of the creativity that is flowing right now, wring the roll out dry, or however that saying goes. And then I'll get back to it tomorrow. But let's figure out the characters' names. Okay, I have finally come up with the names. I'm calling it right now though. I'm pretty sure they might change because it was hard to decide on, especially on the guy's name, and there are just so many ideas that could fit him, but I think I have settled on Jordan Wilder for right now. And then for the girl, I already said I know her name's gonna be Ray, but I think her last name's gonna be Brown, so Ray Brown. We'll see if they end up changing, but right now it fits them, so we're gonna go with it. But change of plans, I'm gonna go to bed now instead of working on the Pinterest board and the character design for both of them, because I am tired. It's 2 o'clock at night, and honestly, I think I'm just going to pick up where I left off tomorrow morning, and I'm so okay with that. So I will see you guys tomorrow morning when I continue to work on this. Morning, you guys. It is early in the morning. I have my black coffee because I woke up and it was a coffee kind of morning, and I'm so excited to dive back into the planning. I am now on designing the characters. If you saw my first video, then you know that I used Artbreeder to create my characters, and that's what I'm gonna do for these ones. And I already have like the vision of what I want them to look like in my head, but being able to actually design them will be so fun, and I can't wait to walk you guys through the process. If you want an in-depth video on how I use Artbreeder to create my characters, then let me know in the comments below. But for this video, I'm not going to go in depth. I'm just going to show you a little snippet of how I create those characters, and I'm so excited. Okay, so I had breakfast and finished designing my characters on Artbreeder. I love using Artbreeder, like I said. It is hard though to find black characters on Artbreeder. They're just way less common. So I don't know if Ray looks exactly how I want her to look, but it's okay because that's where my Pinterest board comes in handy. I made a Pinterest board for her and I put in different images of what she could look like, so just some character inspo for her. And then what else I put in for my character boards are usually quotes that represent them, what their room looks like, their clothing, because clothing can really define someone's personality. And then what else did I put for her? Well, just some other bits and pieces that represent who she is. And so I'm really happy with how the board is turning out for her. I don't have a board for her love interest yet because I have a lot less information on him, but as the time goes, anytime I want to add something that I think suits him, I think I will. This is what I designed Jordan to look like. I'm actually really happy with how he looks. I think it suits his character a lot. And then this is what I have for Ray. Okay, so now that I have my characters created and my Pinterest board, which I'll show right here, done, the next step is going to be character profiles, and I'm really excited for this because I want to get to know my characters more, and that's so super important. If you watch my first video when I was prepping for Project Soulmates, I did like an in-depth character profile that I used from Abby Emmons because she had one up on her channel that she recommended. I think that she created actually. So I'm gonna do the exact same one for both of my main characters and see how much of them I can fully flesh out. So having a new writing project means that I get to make a new Scrivener document, and I'm just so excited for that. But yeah, I'm gonna make one because all of my character profiles and things like that are gonna be all in this one Scrivener document like I did for Project Soulmates. So I'm gonna go ahead and create one. I'm gonna go to, I don't remember I think I did novel, just this one. So let's create. I'm gonna go ahead and call it Project ITL. Yay! Create. Okay, so I'm gonna take a second to transform this layout so that it's formatted to be more convenient to me like I did for Project Soulmates, and then I'm gonna fill out the character profiles. Okay guys, I have finally finished setting up my Scrivener to exactly how I want it to look, and I'm so happy with it. So I changed some icons so that it's more aesthetic. I set up the Act 1, the chapters, the characters, outlines. These are the 4 files that I usually use. I just have brain dump where I can literally transfer everything that I was brainstorming yesterday to. And then I have like the 3-act structure one, the outline, the subplots, scene cards, etc. Basically the format that I use for this is the one that Abby Emmons used in her video, so I'll link it in the cards if you guys are interested. But I have finally finished setting it up to exactly how I want it, and now I'm gonna fill out the character profiles for Jordan Wilder and Ray Brown. Oh my goodness, you guys, I highly recommend doing the Enneagram test, personality test for your characters if you're designing characters or character profiles, because I just took the Enneagram test and my character apparently is a type 4, but like I didn't want to read the full thing because you have to pay to get that feature, and I didn't want to pay to get that feature. So I just searched up Enneagram 4 and like what characteristics belong to them, and this is so accurate for my character, and that just confirms to me that I know her well and that her personality is fully fleshed out, well drawn out. So I'm just really happy. Like, this is so her. She's expressive, she's a songwriter, so she is a creative, and she's a homebody. Like, it's just so who she is, which is amazing. And our love interest is a type 3. Ooh, okay. They are defined by their desire to achieve. They want to advance in the world and will sacrifice almost anything for success, vigorously pursuing tasks and becoming utterly absorbed in the pursuit of attainment, but they will only choose a task in the first place if it promises reward and prestige. 3s like to stand out. So far, this is so accurate for the love interest. I'm gonna read more about type 3 and see if it completely fits him, but so far, so good. Okay guys, I just finished the character profiles for main character and love interest. I am not calling them by their names anymore because I just had like a 20-minute debate on what the guy's name should be. I switched it back and forth so many times. I'm still on Jordan Wilder. I settled right back to it, but still, I know that his name is gonna change. I just know it. I feel it. So we're just gonna refer to them as main character and love interest for now. Anyways, I finished the character profiles in detail. I'm so happy I did that because I have a really good sense of who they are now. And again, I highly recommend Abby Emmons' character profile sketch because those are the templates that I use to fill out their information. But I think I'm gonna chill for the rest of the night and watch a movie. I've been wanting to watch Uncharted with Tom Holland, and I'm finally gonna watch it tonight. I got some snacks. Let me show you. These are my all-time favorite snack. They're the veggie chips. I don't think they're called veggie chips, but basically it's sweet potato, beets, parsnip, taro, and patata chips. These are bomb. They're so good. If you haven't tried these and you have them near you, highly recommend that you get them. Anyways, I'm gonna eat those and watch a movie and chill. And my homework for tomorrow that I'm giving myself also involves watching movies, because before I dive into the outline, which is the next step, want to watch a few movies that'll help inspire this novel because there's similar vibes. So I'm gonna watch Starstruck, which is a Disney movie. And oh my gosh, the other movie I'm gonna watch, Let It Shine, is also a Disney movie. Did not realize that. But yes, I'm gonna watch those 2 movies. So that might give you an idea of what my novel is kind of about. Who knows? Maybe, kind of, sort of. But yeah, tomorrow's gonna be exciting. So yeah, I will see you guys then. Hi guys, it's the next day. I think I'm still in California time because I woke up really late today. But it's okay because the plan today anyways was just to watch those 2 movies, which I'm gonna do right now, and I'm so excited. I woke up a little bit ago. It's 6 o'clock right now. So I didn't wake up like right now, don't worry. But I'm going to make cookies because I've been wanting to make chocolate chip cookies and I've been wanting to eat chocolate chip cookies. So I'm gonna make cookies and that will be like my movie snack with the chips that I still have from yesterday. And we're gonna watch Starstruck and Let It Shine, the 2 Disney movies. Also, these are such like good feel-good movies because these were like my prime Disney childhood movies. I grew up when Disney had like the best shows and movies like Good Luck Charlie, Wizards of Waverly Place, Hannah Montana, things like that. So these movies came out during those times, so I'm really excited to watch them. So let's go make cookies and watch those movies. Oh, really quickly, I just wanted to say that the reason that I'm watching these movies is because for this novel, I'm putting myself in a perspective that I am not used to. Like, my love interest is a like musician, like pop star, celebrity kind of feel, and I need to know more about their lifestyle because obviously I don't live that lifestyle. So to be able to write it, I have to be able to do research, and I'm gonna do research, but movies is another great way to do research because I can see a little bit more of that perspective in a fun way. So yeah, in case I didn't explain why exactly I was watching these movies, that is the reason. Okay, so basically the recipe that I chose was really complicated and I don't know why I chose it, but it asked me to do like a cajillion things that I just did not want to do and I was way too lazy to do. So I modified it a lot and now they literally don't even look like cookies, but we're gonna try them anyways to see if they taste good. Okay, here's what they look like. I feel like they feel like bread, first of all. This is what happens when you add an extra cup of flour because you think that the dough is too liquidy. It's really doughy, but it tastes good still. Okay, so I have my snacks and I am ready to watch. I'm gonna start with Starstruck. We'll see if I'm tired after or if I'll just watch Let It Shine. I'm probably not gonna be tired, we'll see. But Serena's here, she's gonna watch Starstruck with me. Hi! And yeah, let's just get right into it. Okay, it's Saturday and I'm ready to start outlining my novel. I'm going to use a combination of Abby Emmons' 3-act story structure and Save the Cat Writes a Novel. I don't actually have the book Save the Cat Writes a Novel, but Jessica Brody, the author of the book, has a YouTube channel where she goes over the 15 beats that she uses in her book, and she has a downloadable guide on using Save the Cat Writes a Novel that you can get if you sign up for her newsletter, which I did. So using both the 3-act story structure that Abby has and the Save the Cat Writes a Novel beat sheet, I'm going to try to outline as much as I can for Project ITL. The thing is though, for the very first draft of a book, whether it's like the 0 draft or the first draft, whichever one I'm writing like first, I am a plotter slash pantser. I can't fully see the story from start to end usually, as well as every little beat that happens up until the end. I'm kind of like a headlight writer where when I write I can only see so far, but the more that I write, the more that I can see of my novel, if that makes sense. So I'm going to try to fill as much as I can for this project, and if there's some parts where I don't know, that's okay because my first draft is going to be kind of like a discovery draft, 0 draft. I'm still going to call it a first draft, but it's really going to be like a plantsed novel. And then the next draft that I do can be more outlined, just like I did for Project Soulmates, where I started with a 0 draft, then I did a first draft, then I did a second draft, and each time I outlined afterwards to make it more concise. And that just works really well for me. I have my coffee. Actually, this is kind of like a mocha because I had coffee and hot chocolate inside it. And this morning, Serena and I went to Ginger's and I got 2 cookies. I got a coconut lime cookie and a snickerdoodle, I think. They look so good. They smell so good. These are going to be my fuel and I am going to outline. Okay guys, so I finished outlining as much as I could for using the 3x structure in the Save the Cat beat sheet. So this is the 3x structure. This is like kind of like it broken down, and then the black barred out part is like what I wrote. Like just like a sentence description of what's happening in my novel for each of these parts. So yeah, I just went out and filled it out. This is again Abby Emmons's sheet. I will put her video in the description below if you want to follow it. But I honestly, like I said, I didn't know every single part for my novel, but I filled out as much as I could, and it really did help me see a plot more clearly, so I highly recommend doing that. And then I looked at Jessica Brody's video on her Save the Cat Writes a Novel beat sheet, and I just wrote down what each beat was in general, and then in the long outline I filled it out for my story as much as I could. I'm not going to show that obviously, but yeah, so basically I'm done outlining now. And that concludes my little brainstorming and outlining session for Project ITL. I'm so excited to dive into this novel. I'm thinking the plan right now is going to be writing draft 1 of this project, and then while that's simmering and on the back burner, diving into draft 3 of Project Soulmates using the alpha reader feedback from the alpha reader who's still currently reading my novel. And I'm really happy with that plan. As always, I will be vlogging every part of this writing experience with you guys, so be sure to hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Hit the post notification bell to be notified the next time I upload, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!